you.
It's so late and I'm already very, very hungry.
I am more hungry. I'm like more and more hungry.
I love this salad.
Oh, I love this salad too.
So this is our favorite Arcula avocado salad. And it's very healthy, but that's not the topic of the video. Oh, by the way, this reminds me what time we have to go for voting.
So voting stations are open till 9. But I think we should not wait. We should just go early because it's gonna get very crowded.
And we should be going before Arsha.
Before Russia, yes. By the way, guys, today is very important day. Today is Ontario provincial election. I know it's not a federal election, it's not for Prime Minister, but it's for the Premier of Ontario. Unlike in other elections where people don't care about, yeah, it is an election, what's going to happen. A lot of things are dependent on this election.
Yeah. So guys, with us, we never leave the opportunity of voting. And the only reason is because this is our only opportunity to support that leader, that party who is actually working in our favor, in favor of their people. So this election is very important because it's going to resolve so many issues related to housing market, healthcare, immigration. So before we take you guys along with us to the voting center in the evening, we're going to talk a lot about elections.
Are you deciding which party are we going to vote or you going to vote?
Yes. But before I let you know that, how about we help our friends to know how election system works in Canada?
As a refresher, for people who already know or who didn't know, there are federal elections and then there are provincial elections.
Municipality.
And then there are municipality
and territory.
Well, there are like three others. So there are 4 types of elections. So this is the second one, which is a provincial election in which you will decide, or we will decide.
We will decide.
Decide. Just me and Richie will decide. That who will be the Premier of Ontario. Yeah. A Premier is a person who is like a Chief Minister of a state in India, right? Now that Premier has a lot of power. Because under the Constitution of Canada, there are so many things that a federal system or a federal government, which is the Liberal government right now, can decide. But there are so many other things which an Ontario or a provincial government can decide on their own. Like housing things or taxes or childcare, healthcare. There are so many things the provincial government can decide. Now, it's very simple. Every city has ridings, and those ridings are represented by some local candidates from different parties. And those parties can be a Liberal Party, Conservative Party, Democrat Party. Now, it is up to us, whosoever we're going to vote, and whosoever going to win with the majority vote will become a member of parliament. More member of parliaments for the party means that party wins, and that the leader of that party will become the premier.
दीपक, इतनी सारी इनविटेशन आए हैं वोटिंग के लिए और आप घर पे बैठे हुए हो.
अरे
कब चलोगे? Look.
कितना पैसा बर्बाद करते हैं लोग. So these are our local candidates, basically from different parties, who wanted to let us know that please come and vote for us.
Yeah. तो एक फाइनल गो थ्रू कर लेते हैं. Which party is offering what? और दीपक और रुचि किसको वोट कर रहे हैं? The first party, the Conservative, who are currently a leading party here, they have estimated $158 billion spent on what? Just to expand the highways, expanding the 401, QEW. Does that really make sense?
So they just want to have better connectivity just between the GTA region, like Halton, Peel. I don't know what's the use of that. That money definitely can be better used. I think they also want to spend another $1 billion for a couple of hospitals in Toronto.
Yeah, which is valid.
What about all the other hospitals in Ontario?
In cities, yeah.
What about the wait times? What about the emergency cares? Anyways.
Another agenda for them, they're gonna spend $15 million over this 3 year on immigration nominee program, which is good.
Right. I mean, there is a program OINP, which is basically for entrepreneurs. They want to, attract more people.
Yeah.
More people of the, skilled labor. So that is good thing for immigration. They also want to give credits to people who are in film and television industry. I don't know how this is important. Maybe it is for you. So not a lot of things, attractive things. Maybe they do have a certain special programs or laws they want to pass in for the housing. That we're going to cover in a special video. All the housing changes these different parties are wanted to bring.
सो गाइज ये तो हम पूरा दिन ही कर सकते हैं और इतनी बातें करते रहेंगे ना तो वोटिंग के लिए बहुत लेट हो जाएंगे. वी आर नाउ एक्चुअली हेडिंग आउट. तो दीपक गाड़ी निकाल रहे हैं. आई एम गोना लॉक द डोर. विल सी यू इन द कार. ओह गैस
बंद है.
डोर्स
बंद है.
आशा का पानी
ले लिया.
ओके. What a bright sunny day to be out. Okay, so talking about the NDP, there are a few more things that they have put it on agenda. They're gonna hire more doctors, around 300 for just North Ontario. They're gonna hire more teachers, and that's a very good number, 20,000 teachers. So yes, if your kid go to school, you know the pain. There is no longer that 5:1 ratio क्योंकि बच्चे इतने ज़्यादा हो गए और teachers की ratio उतनी है. So that's gonna be a really good thing. Also, they're gonna focus on increasing the minimum wage to $20 by 2026. So what's going to happen every year, they're going to increase in dollar, which will eventually lead to $20 per hour for the minimum wage.
So it will definitely help the international students because those are the ones who actually, started working at a minimum wage. So $20 is pretty good.
Last but not the least thing, they are also going to work on tax freeze, not only for the lower income family, but also for the middle income class families as well. So, which is a good point.
The next one is the popular one, Justin Trudeau party, which is Liberal Party. Now let's see what agenda they have. They're very interesting ones. Now the first thing they say is they're going to have a hard cap of 20 students in Ontario schools, which is going to be a very good one. I think right now it is 26 something. So obviously they need to hire more teachers. The next one is they want to cancel that 413 highway project, which conservatives are actually, proposing that they're going to do. It's on their agenda. This says we're not going to do that project. Instead, we're going to use that money and spend it on school infrastructure. That makes sense, right? Next one is they are doing more for the transit system. They're saying that we're going to fix a transit fare to $1 per fare, which is nice. And also they're going to invest more money in building more transit in all different cities.
The hardest part is on us to decide which party to choose, who are the least liars. So,
very important point. They are the only party, because it is liberal, they are going to work on banning the sale and possession of handguns. And liberals, as a federal, they're going to do it anyways, but if they are in Ontario, it will be way much more easy to pass in Ontario. So I really support that. Another one which is already in progress is a $10 a day daycare, school care, although it's going to implement in next 5 years, but it has already started.
If you guys know, we already have covered that in our video. We tried to put a link somewhere on the screen, so you guys can go and follow that.
Now, promises are being made in like always, but actually they're going to fulfill the promises. Anyone who's come, we'll see. But let's now go in and vote before it's too late. And hopefully we'll vote the right candidate, and then we will see the change.
You forgot these. Well, here in Ontario, guys, these are the voter information that comes in our mailbox, and these are the ones that we are required before we go head out for vote. So, just like any other place, यहाँ भी voting schools में होती है. That's our local school. So last time we came here was in 2019. Asha was a little born that time. उसको जब हम लेके आए थे. We might have to stop it here right now क्योंकि अंदर वीडियो बनाना allowed नहीं है. Once we are back, we're gonna share with you our experience.
So guys, finally we voted. There was nothing a big deal. We just went in, it was empty. We have to do a mark on the paper. It's not like electronic system, so we just marked on a paper and they just scanned it and that's it, done. Like 2 minutes, we are in and out. Now let's hope the best candidate wins. Now Richie is actually inside. We are at the daycare picking up Arshia. Once she's home, we're gonna go home, back our day. But an exciting day for political people. And here she comes. अर्शी, हम लोग ना वोट करके आए।
I was a big bike bot.
आपने वोट करना है?
Yes, I was a bike bot.
आप वोट नहीं कर सकते अभी, आप 18 years के नहीं हो ना? It's okay, Mama Dada did it for you. We said Arshi wants to vote for you as well.
Okay, I want a big giant bot.
Giant boat or vote?
Vote.
Vote. And do you wanna stand in election so we can vote for Russia?
Yes.
Then Mama Dada will come and say, let's vote for Russia. Let's vote for Russia.
Yes, it's a surprise for me.
There is a surprise for you. Yes.
Oh,
Now Canada is a perfect country, right? That's why we came here. But not everything is all good here. We have been complaining about healthcare from a long time. And from past 4 years at least, we haven't seen any much changes.
Yeah. So even going to emergency could be a little nightmare considering how much time they actually take you to get register, put bandage on you, or even make you meet the doctor.
And then especially for things like those critical surgeries, there is a current wait time of 3 to 4 months at least for doing those surgeries. So we want a government who will prioritize this, who will spend money on hiring more doctors so that these wait times will be reduced.
We all know with the number of immigrations we are getting to see, it demands more and more jobs, and that to the market appropriate rates.
Right, so it is very important for the upcoming government to make and to invite different companies. I know previous government have invited companies from states to start investing. They create that kind of economy and areas for those companies to come in and open their offices so that more and more people can be employed.
And eventually that gonna help with increasing the salary range, where we are far behind from US. Do you agree? Let us know in comments.
The third most important thing I think is childcare.
House. Okay, childcare.
No, let's talk about housing.
My favorite topic. Okay, so the next is, of course, house market. Like we have said again and again, buying the house should not be a luxury. It should be something that everyone can afford. The real expectation would be to see what actions they are taking to calm this market down, apart from the hike increase in the interest rate, for which we're gonna make a next video. So stay tuned for that next week.
What the Conservatives doing right now in Ontario is definitely not helpful. The house prices are still going crazy. So either the Conservatives needs to do more, needs to bring in more laws to control these prices, or the new government has different proposals that we're gonna go over. Let's see if that's gonna make a difference. So housing is another very important factor.
The next one, let's jump on to childcare. Well, if you have a little child at your home, just like us, little Arshia, this might be very important for you. Or nonetheless, eventually in few years, this is gonna make a big deal for you. So childcare is very, very expensive here. We all know that, right? But there are certain steps that the government has posted. They will gonna take it if they win the election. We're gonna talk about those in few minutes.
And the last important thing, an important factor is safe place to live. I mean, who don't want to live in a country where there is no fear of day and night, your family is safe, your children are safe.
And this is one of the reasons why we and you and many of us has actually migrated from far, far land, because Canada has always been known as a quiet, calm country, and we have not seen any such violences in the past. And the expectation from the government is to actually keep it low, unlike the incident that actually happened in Texas.
Right, so what different parties are proposing for, say, gun controls is very important, and how they're going to take care of the situation.